What's going on, Lyrical Justifier?
What up?
Okay, just sitting here with you in the lab. We just had a listening session, going through some hip-hop tracks that span HardKandy Records Incorporated all the way to Mindless Sound Records, LLC. Now, you've been with the label since HardKandy Records Incorporated.
11 years now, man.
So, yeah. So, tell me, what was it like starting as an intern and working your way up to not only an artist, but an executive assistant at the label?
Well, you know, I enjoyed the grind. I enjoyed the promotion aspect, you know, being part of a street team, you know, just moving the product and getting it out there. And, you know, constantly as I'm doing that, I'm constantly working on my flow, my creativity, my rhymes, my writing, everything like that. And it gave me time to do that as I did it, as I worked as a street team and a personal assistant to Brother Noise, the mad musician. And greatest opportunity I had to do was that. And my greatest career moment was probably, I can say, going to France and going out there and people saying, yo, we heard your music, or we like what you did, or this and that. And you're like, you're in the States thinking like, how did my music get that far? You know, so to have that experience, to be able to be touched, to touch people that far is an incredible feeling, you know. And throughout the 11 years of working with the company, HardKandy Records, now Mindless Sound Records, it's truly a blessing. It's constantly just working and working and working, and, you know, meeting new clients, meeting new artists who want to collaborate. People overseas want to collaborate with us. So it's a great experience.
Okay, so tell me, if it could be clean, one of your funniest moments career-wise with Mindless Sound or HardKandy Records or whatever.
I remember one time, it's kind of, he's probably going to hate me for this, but it's funny to me. It was all of us, you know, Brother Noise, Kyle, Jay Left, and Disciple. We're all there sitting in the parking lot, and Jay Left and Disciple were like wrestling, or they were fooling around or whatever. Not in that way, but for some reason, Jay Left hits Disciple in the face and breaks his glasses, and Chris, as funny as he is, just kicks Kyle's car and couldn't open the door, and it was just hilarious for that moment. But then the moment went away, and everybody's a little like, you dented the car, it's not even my car. But it was a funny moment. He had to be there. So Disciple, you know what I'm talking about, bro. That was you.
So that was like a funny street time. It was a funny street team moment.
Yeah.
Between between you and your other street team members at that point. Now, what was one of your funniest studio moments, or one of your funniest lab moments, where you're in the lab, maybe as an artist or maybe as an assistant engineer? Which I forgot to mention, you're also assistant engineer for Brother Noise.
Funniest moment, wow. Like, I've had so many moments, it's hard to like pinpoint the funniest one. Wow, that's kind of tough. Oh, no, wait, no. The funniest one, looking back now, the funniest one is when we were working on In the Name of Hip Hop. And it was the whole street team. We were trying to make sure the levels were right, everything was sound right, and everything like that. And I remember Brother Noise sitting behind the computer engineering, playing the track, and all of us are just passed out on the floor, falling asleep. Because I know I woke up, and Brother Noise asked me, how does that sound? And I'm like, yeah, it sounds good. And go back to sleep. So I think that was probably one of my funniest studio moments looking back at it, yeah.
Very cool, very cool. So, does anything stand out about you? Does anything stand out to you about your experience at the label, or is there anything that like really stands out in your mind, like something that you feel like if you wouldn't have come here, you would have never experienced it, and your life would be, maybe different or something?
I think if I never came here, I wouldn't be doing music. I would have, like gave up and just said, you know what? I would have probably joined the army or joined the National Guard or some military force, but I wouldn't be here if I didn't. If Disciple didn't pick up the phone and answer the phone, through our other gentleman Theo, I wouldn't have been here. I would have done something else. So I thank Chris for answering the phone and Chris to keep me motivated.
And Chris is Disciple.
Yeah, Disciple. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry, Disciple, to pick up the phone and to basically say, "Yo, don't mess this up." And I was like, "All right, cool." So from that on, I took that into consideration and just applied it to now 11 years here, just constantly just trying to move forward.
And that'll be it for part 1 of this interview, and we'll hit you back soon. And any parting words for the people out there watching, or maybe some Lyrical Justifier fans, or maybe some people interested in you or wanting to learn what you're about? I mean, anything?
Well, if you want to learn anything about me, you can check me out on Instagram or Facebook, Lyrical Justifier. If you want to check out the music, go on iTunes, Penance, Lyrical Justifier. You'll see me there. Check out my album, see what you think about it. We always like the feedback and what people think. Anything coming up, I would probably say yeah. Hopefully in the near future, a few things I'm working on right now. I'm working with Brother Noise. I'm working with hopefully gonna collaborate with another gentleman called Just Jules. So hopefully when we all sit down in the lab, we just push forward and try to make a few joints and try to put it out there as fast as we can.
All right. So what is it like in the lab? Let me just ask you another parting question. What is it like in the lab with Brother Noise? Like, what is that experience like?
At times, you don't want to mess up. Me personally, I'm probably a little different, but I don't want to mess up. I always try to get it right, but maybe I'm not quick enough or smart enough. I don't know, but I feel like me messing up, I don't want to mess up what he has to provide or build a track or anything like that. So I think that probably is a little difficult, but basically it is a fun atmosphere when we're all just jamming and cracking jokes and laughing. I think that's my best moments. When we have new clients, I always got to be down here to engineer for him and make sure the client's happy and make sure everything is run smoothly. The client is like, he has something to drink or his sore throat. I always have to make like tea or something like that for the client. So I'm always hands-on here when it comes to the studio. So yeah, besides that, everything's gravy.
So those are your duties as an assistant engineer and kind of, as an executive assistant to Brother Noise. What is it like for you as an artist with Brother Noise in the studio? Like, what is your experience like as an artist?
Well, he motivates me. He always tells me, "Yo, I got these tracks. I need these tracks done," and then I go back to my sanctuary, I would call it, and sit there for hours on end and just write songs and fall asleep. I've fallen asleep with pads next to me, writing bars, and I come back with 6 or 7 joints, and I try to knock it out in one sitting. Try to beat my boy DTG. You know who you is, man. Trying to beat your record, bruh. And knock 6 or 7 songs out in one sitting, and then do the whole process again. Any song he wants to be featured on, I always try to take my time because I want the song to be right. I want the lyrics to be potent. I want the lyrics to be heard. I want lyrics to be understood. So when I apply it to the track, there's no foul ups on my part. I'm not stuttering. I'm not constantly redoing the track and constantly redoing my verse. So it's like first time, first take, every time.
Yeah, cool. Very good. So your album is Penance.
For sure. Go check that out, man. Penance on iTunes, Lyrical Justifier, yo.
So Lyrical Justifier is the artist name. Penance is the album name.
Definitely.
Definitely. So it's good chatting with you, and until we meet again.
For sure. Peace.